and I'm going to show you how to do the area model first with 4,168 divided by 8. All right, and what I'm going to do is I usually tell the kids to draw their first box with their total, what they're going to divide out this way, what they're dividing each time out here, and put their question mark up here, and we draw an arrow. This just helps them stay organized and realize what number they're trying to get rid of, what number they're multiplying each time, and where they're going to put their quotient, which we're going to add up to find. Remember, we're still using the divide, multiply, subtract, and instead of bringing it down, we bring it over or go back to the beginning. Okay, so we start out with, this is very similar to the multiplication area model. A lot of the kids really got 8 times a number. Each time we're going to put what we have left of this 4,168 up here. Now we want to look at each number. I tell the kids, okay, how many 8s are in 4? And they'll tell me none. And then we go, how many 8s are in 41? And they'll tell me, oh, Miss Grow, that's 5. And so since the 1 is in the hundreds place, some of them know that 5 needs to be 500s. Others of them can look at this whole number and say, well, Miss Grow, instead of 5, I need to multiply by 500 so that I get 4,000. So it depends on how your child's brain works, whether they need to look at the place value of that number or whether they can look and see how they're going to get the number of zeros they need. All right, and then we subtract and we get 168. This is what we're going to bring over. All right, so each time I put what I multiplied up here. Okay, and that's how I'm going to get my answer. And this is very blurry. I am very sorry. So let me keep using purple because that seems to be better. All right, so I go ahead and go back to the beginning, bring over what's left. I had 168 left. How many 8s are going to be in 168? That's going to be 20. They're not going to know that. They're going to know that there are 2 8s and 16, though, and that's how you're going to get them to 20. And then when you multiply 8 times 20, you get 160. And so we have 8 left. We go back to the beginning, and we get 8 left. How many 8s are in 8? There's only 1. So we have 8 minus 8. We have 0 remainder. This number right here would be my remainder if I had one. All right, and my answer is 521. So 4,168 divided by 8 is 521. As you can see, even if they pick the wrong number to multiply by, because they're subtracting, their error will still get them the right answer because it's forgiving. So that's what helps. All right, the next way we did it was with partial quotients. Well, and I'm going to do 479 divided by 7 for that one. This one is very similar to long division. They need to kind of be able to recognize both ways. You use the division box, just like we would for long division. And we're going to say, okay, how many 7s are in 47? Well, there's 6. Once again, I'm going to use place value, that is the tens place. So I'm going to put 60 because I want to do 60 times 7 to get 420. And when I subtract, I get 9. 7 minus 2 is going to give me 59. All right. So this one, I'm still using divide, multiply, subtract, back to the beginning. Okay. So still the same steps. All right. And this will easily go back to bring it down again. All right. Now, next I'm going to say how many 7s are in 59. And if they can get to 8, that's great. If they pick 7 though, then it's okay too, because then they'll just have an extra one and it'll be okay. So my 8 times 7 gives me 56. And I end up with my remainder down here. So the answer is 68 remainder 4. Okay. Had they picked 7, it would have been 59 minus 49. And then I'd ended up with 10. So they'd have had 1 left. And so they'd have had 7 and then 1. And they'd have still ended up with a remainder of 4. So they would have just had more to add up here. So doing it this way is better for the 4th grade brain because they don't know their facts well enough to get them right every time. And this lets them learn and get better at it until they're ready for that long division method where they have to get it right every time. So that's what's going on with area model and partial quotient. I hope this helps those of you that were confused, and we'll have our test on Wednesday. These 2 problems would be great ones to review because, like I said, they're very, very similar to some on the test. And thanks, guys, for all that you do for your kids.